Hello guys and welcome back to another video. In today's video my friends we are going to be checking out the performance of Immortals of Aveum. We just got an FSR 3 patch along with Forspoken. If you've not watched that video I would recommend you go ahead on the channel and watch that Forspoken video because I've checked out the performance of it on FSR 3 and now we're gonna do the same with this game where basically the game has just got a patch for FSR 3 as you can see on the screen. And we're going to check out how the game performs and what kind of an FPS increase does it give, because this game is still very unoptimized for different systems and stuff. And yeah, so let me just give you the system specs right now. We're using RX 6600 GPU with Ryzen 5 3606 core processor and 16 GB DDR4 memory that is clocked at 3200 MHz. And we're using the latest graphics driver, and everything else you can see on the screen. We're using the 1080p resolution full screen mode. Currently FSR 3 is turned off and graphics settings is on default, which is on low settings. Alright, so let's get right into the game first and see how the game performs on native resolution. Let's start counting the FPS and start killing these enemies. This is one of the most intensive areas in the game. That's why I'm checking it out right now on these settings at this place. So this guy just jumped on me and he's dead. Let's move on here. Just keep on using some magic because these effects are very intensive and this actually causes the game to stutter a little bit, if I can speak English basically. Alright, so we're getting like 40 to 44 FPS average on native resolution as you can see right here. Let me just start moving forward a little bit so because it will decrease the FPS. Yeah, as you can see we're getting some stuttering and that is 4 to 5 FPS. I've installed the game on an SSD, so data loading is not an issue. SSD is performing very good and that is not an issue basically. So the stutters that you will see in the video is basically by the game itself and not anything other than that. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead in the settings now. As you can see we were getting 45 FPS. We're going to go to the settings and I'm going to enable FSR 3, that is on native AA. This is not going to increase FPS first, but we're going to see if we get any kind of a difference in performance, or we get any kind of a difference in visual quality. Because this game on native resolution is actually very blurry, and as you can see now, it's actually made the game a little bit more sharper. Yeah, a little bit more sharper of an image. I don't know if YouTube is actually giving you that impression, or if it's kind of showing you that same quality that I'm seeing on my screen right now, which I'm using like 24-inch 1080p monitor, which is 140 Hz, 44 Hz, and it looks amazing like this. Yeah, so we're getting the same FPS. Let me just start counting the FPS again because I just maybe forgot that, and we're at 43 FPS. So yeah, so the same case with native native FSR 3 AA. We're getting like 1 to 2 FPS lesser in average than the previous without that. Alright, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go straight forward ahead and in the settings, and I'm going to enable frame generation with native AA first. Alright, as you can see, as soon as I did that, I'm getting like about 10 FPS more than previously. Let me just start counting the FPS again. This guy is on my back. I have to kill him first. Just die, bro. Die, bro, die. And though I don't have, yeah, I do have some health recovery. This guy is not dying. I'm playing with the controller right now, which is causing me a lot of issues. Maybe there is not enough. Alright, so let's just turn to red one, because this does more damage and this flips them also. Come on, come on. So many effects on the screen. As you can see, we are getting like 60 FPS average. Alright, yeah, 68, 67. So 60 FPS average with native AA and with frame generation turned on. Alright, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go to the settings, and I'm going to go to quality, and I'm going to disable frame generation. Alright, so let's start counting the FPS again, and as you can see, we're getting 54 FPS average with quality FSR 3 and no frame generation right now. Let's move a little bit forward. There's something popping on the screen. Yeah, so we're back here now. Let's start counting the FPS again because it just ruined our FPS count in this area. Yeah, so 51, 52, 53 FPS, sometimes 60. So it's like more than 50 FPS most of the times. Who is hitting me? Who's there, bro? Come on. What the hell? Alright, so there's some ghosts that are trying to kill me. Alright, so let's just use some magic tricks. Move the camera around. 51. Alright, so 51 FPS average with quality FSR 3 with no frame generation. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead in the settings and I'm going to enable frame generation. Alright, so now a very sizable bump in FPS. As you can see, we're getting like 96, 94 FPS. So this is the thing basically that's hitting us. 80, yeah, 91. Yeah, 91 FPS average. I don't want to go to this area because the two evil things just try to kill me again and again. We're gonna go back. And yeah, this area looks intensive a little bit, and it's causing some FPS decrease. So I'm gonna try to stay here instead of the other areas. Alright, so as you can see, we're getting like 88 FPS average. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the settings and I'm going to change the graphical options. Yeah. So now with we're at basically high settings, and we're getting on native resolution. Alright guys, so as you can see, we're getting some stuttering now. We are high settings with no FSR 3 and no frame generation. Right now we're getting like 40 FPS average, and the lows are also very low, 1% or 1%. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead in the settings and I'm going to change the FSR 3 and yeah, native AA with frame generation turned on. And let's just start counting the FPS again. We're getting like 70 FPS right now. So from 40 FPS we're getting to we've gone to 60 and native AA. Alright, let's go to the settings again and now change it to quality with frame generation turned on, and let's start counting the FPS again. Now we're getting 80, so 20 FPS increase again when you turn to quality FSR 3 and frame generation turned on. Alright, so that's great. Alright guys, I think that's enough for this video. I hope you get an idea of how the game is performing for now. On this patch, they need to improve the game because the game is actually very CPU bound, or there is something wrong with the game. It's also not using a lot of CPU resources. As you can see, we're getting like 33 FPS, 33% CPU usage and 63% like 80% GPU usage. So this game is, I think in some areas this game is not very optimized. So I wanted to check this area out due to that. And if you've not already subscribed to the channel, I would recommend you guys to subscribe and leave a like on the video. It will help us out a lot, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.